Hey guys, so another Seeker book review for y'all, and I believe this is book 6, which I just finished, Faith of the Fallen, and I love it. It was a good one. This one was about basically Nikki and Richard and the life he had to live for a year without Caitlin, and it's a pretty thick book, but you'll fly through it because it's good. It was very dark. This one has got to be one of my favorites so far in the series. It was way better than the other one that had wasn't even talking about Richard and Caitlin, which was really annoying. This one was a lot of them. Basically, they get split up because Nikki captures Richard. And she captures them because, Caitlin got really beat up in the last book. And so he took her somewhere in the Midlands and, not Midlands, sorry, he left the Midlands, went to Westland. And took her there to heal, and she heals. And it's a really nice part for her healing and being with Richard. They take care with them. And I'm running out of batteries, so I'm trying to make this a fast review. So sorry if I skip a lot of cool stuff. So they take care of him, and Nikki captures Richard, and he has to work for Jagan, but Jagan's not around. He doesn't know that he has like his object of hate right there with him. He doesn't even know Richard's there. Jagan's doing something else. Jagan's somewhere else in the Midlands. But Richard works for the people who work for Jagan, and it's not a slave, but a really lowly servant. That entire time, him and Nikki live in poverty, but he teaches Nikki through his strength and his perseverance that you can't just give people money. You can't just, people are not helpless, people are strong. And in the lowest situation, like everybody else, he takes his smarts and his will to work and his will to live despite how bad things are, and makes a wonderful life for him and Nikki. But like, he's not like being his with her, but she makes herself his wife, which, oh my gosh, this is going to piss you off the entire book. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hate her so much, because you want him back with Caitlin. This evil witch is taking Richard as her husband, just took him. And so she throughout the book wants to kill Richard because she's falling in love with him too, but she wants to kill him because she says, like, if he can't help me figure out why I am the way I am and why things are the way they are, then I'm going to kill him. And she planned on killing him at the end of the experiment anyway, but instead Richard inspires her, as Richard does, and he makes her see, and it's a long journey of that, because he goes through hell with that woman. They're poor, they're out in the rain, but the thing is, the only reason why he does good for Nikki is because she's connected directly to Caitlin. And so if Nikki dies, then Caitlin will die. So when Nikki's cold and hungry, he works hard to make sure that she's got food and water and shelter so that she doesn't get sick or die. And it's all for Caitlin. He does this. And then Nikki gets herself raped on purpose. She goes and does something with a guy to hurt Caitlin because Richard says he doesn't want to be with her. And she's like, so Caitlin has to suffer for that, and it's a really rough story. But on the other end, Caitlin's suffering so bad because she has to go through this war. And my main con with this book is how pointless everything seems to be. Richard and Nikki's story was great, but Caitlin's story with the big war and the violence and the massive amounts of death seems so pointless, because at the end of the whole darn thing, she realizes that, oh no, Richard was right, we should never went to war. So now everybody who died, who are good characters and who we liked, was killed for nothing. That's a big turn off for me about this book, but overall, I still love the story. And but Caitlin's strength was very good throughout this book. I loved Kara. I loved the more Civ. I loved, and we get to see more Civ because more come down from the horror. And it was a good one. It took me a while to read because I kept leaving and reading other books because I couldn't take the violence. I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't take the violence. There's a lot of violence in this book, but it's not terrible, but it's a lot of death, and I was really afraid because spoilers, just saying, spoilers, I should have been said, to be honest. Warren dies, and I liked Warren a lot. He was the wizard that's married to one of the Sisters of the Light, and I really liked Warren, and that really bothered me, and I took a break for a while. I get too into books, and yeah, so that sucked, and a lot of other characters died too, but yeah, I'm going to leave it off here because my batteries are basically about to die. I can see it in the reflection. That's how I look at the camera. I can see it in my reflection. And I will talk to you guys later. But still, read Faith of the Fallen. It is not a filler book. It's a really important book and a really important plot book to read. And I'm not going to say the ending of it because that would ruin the book. And I'll talk to y'all guys later. Okay, bye.